If it's Modern Warfare you want, you've come to the right place. Infinity Ward has used this game to prove themselves as an authority on realistic arcade-style shooters. The graphics are an excellent example of the fact that age doesn't automatically mean low quality, and the characters, superbly written to feel as much like real soldiers as possible, give each mission spent with them the sense of camaraderie needed to facilitate the kind of impassioned gameplay that's so fun it distracts you from all the casual war crimes. Oh, and also shooting things is fun. You play as members of two different armed forces, the United States Marine Corps and the United Kingdom Special Air Service. Despite the time spent alternating between the two organizations and the third act starring a joint task force between them, the main characters of the game are without question the members of the SAS. Without exception, none of the Marines you work with in the USMC are strong enough to survive even one nuke, and the only other important American is introduced in the final act to just barely sniff the minimum requirements of being a combined force. But it kinda doesn't matter. Experiencing this game's story is a bit like sifting through a stranger's photographs. You may learn a lot about the people involved, but you also get the sense that any context regarding the interconnecting string of events likely wasn't interesting enough to snapshot. It's the moment-to-moment gameplay and environments you're deployed in that really make COD 4 worth playing. Believe it or not, it is possible for FPS level designers to do a bad job. There can be unfair layouts, extremely harsh choke points, annoying enemies, or the levels can just be extremely tedious. And I know, variety in Call of Duty, what am I talking about, right? No, shut up. Just because every level can technically be summed up as walking forward and holding left click doesn't mean they're all exactly the same. You've got creeping through a village and its surrounding area, getting into small skirmishes, jackhammering into a city under revolt, less establishing order and more applying a thick layer of potential fallout, inching around the rat-infested remains of one of human history's bloodiest fuck-ups, and even raining down fresh disassociative hell from the turd of an AC-130 Angel of Death. No matter where the mission takes place, the atmosphere is a nearly one-to-one match. They occasionally choose the wrong music for certain scenes, bringing emotions that clearly just want to Gatorade into a 24-hour fitness, but the color grading, tone of voice, and sound design are always tippish enough to compensate. Also, and I'm just throwing this out there, I beat Mile High Club on Veteran. It took me like 4 hours, I was sleep deprived, I finished with 0.2 seconds left on the clock, and I forgot to hit record, so all I have for proof is this crummy screenshot. And that's the real magic of Call of Duty, isn't it? The unending quest for street cred is a thirst that will never be quenched, and the COD community is happy to let their veins for as long as Activision is willing to provide them buckets. And you know what? Count me in.